Welcome to the UIndy Experience. I'm your host, Greg Rakestraw. We're doing this once a month from the Donatos at Madison and Edgewood, just south of the University of Indianapolis campus. We're now joined by the Associate Athletics Director at the University of Indianapolis, as well as the Director of the Greyhound Club. It's Matt Donovan. Matt, thanks for letting us do this project throughout the course of the season, and just tell us what the 2008-2009 year has been for Greyhound Athletics and the Greyhound Club.
It's been a great year for us. You know, when we looked at trying to put this together, we knew all along, in comparison to some of our other colleagues, they had a kind of a show like this, and we felt like this is something we needed to do to showcase our athletes and, most importantly, our coaches and our programs. And it also helps when you got a guy who does the voice of a lot of radios around here, so we thought, okay, well, we'll get Greg Rakestraw. But to the thanks of Donato's and really to our friends with our web developer and our sports information people, this has been a piece for us to really showcase our programs and our kids, and like I said, our coaches. And you know, as well as it is today, it's all about trying to showcase how good your programs are, and we feel like we've done this. So it's been a project that we thought, should we take a leap of faith and try it, and we did, and we're pleased with what we have and pleased with what we've accomplished, and we look forward to next year.
Just tell us, what has the feedback been like, whether it's from student athletes, coaches, parents, fans, whatever the case may be?
Feedback's been great. I think part of it is when you look at the episodes and then you look at the hits. I think that's the biggest thing. We monitor how many hits and the feedback we receive from the coaches. And I think the one thing that we really was kind of a big surprise to us is how much of our coaches use this show for a recruiting standpoint. And you know, in this business, anytime you can try to encourage kids about how great your program may be and how great the university is to a student athlete, well, that's the best. And I think the one thing that we didn't really, I want to say we underestimated, was the fact that how many alums and parents really logged on to watch. And that's what you really try to accomplish. You really
Great way to be a part of that, if you're not already, is by becoming a member of the Greyhound Club. And I think a lot of our viewers know exactly what that is, but I'm sure there are some that don't. So for those that don't, inform them about the Greyhound Club.
This is your tutorial class, basically. What we try to do as the Greyhound Club is we raise support for all 21 programs. What I like to tell people is each program has a certain pot of budgetary dollars.
Right.
And what we do as an organization is try to raise money to help those programs have a little extra. Whether that be to take a trip to a very important invitational, to whether that be providing extra equipment, to also helping them with whether that be updating their video needs or all that. It's the organization that raises dollars to help the programs. Mm-hmm. You know, as you as a former student athlete can appreciate, Greg, is our goal is to really try to make that student athlete's experience something meaningful. So our job is to raise as many dollars and encourage as many donors as possible to help us make our athletic program some of the best in Division II and clear across the country. You know, the funny thing is usually when we get around this time of the year, people say to us all the time, you know, when school's over, I bet your time slows down. And,
no.
And ironically enough, this is the busiest time for us.
Yep.
So we turn the corner and we get into June. We have our Greyhound Club golf outing, which has been sold out for the last 3 years down at Otter Creek, and it's been a tremendous outing, which has enabled us to get a number of people to come back, get acquainted, and more importantly, see old teammates or friends. And the neat thing about that event is not only has it been sold out, it has raised a considerable amount of dollars. We've raised about $20,000 each year for the past 3 years. So, Lord willing, if the weather is great, we'll hopefully have another great event.
All right, finally, can we talk about a new building project to wrap up this portion of the show?
One of the things we're working on diligently is a student-athlete recreation center. Mm-hmm. As most people will know, on our campus, we are in dire need of a place to, have a indoor running area for our track teams. I think if any of their any track letter winner out there, he probably still is ticked at us for the fact that they're running on the top concourse in Nickerson. And as you well know, I mean, we're cramped for space. And one of the things that we're in the process of a campaign to raise dollars for a student athlete recreation center that we hope will get started sometime here in the near future. We have an ambitious goal, and we're halfway toward our ambitious goal, which is super. And we encourage more people to get involved. We certainly need some leaders to obviously, as we like to say, create more leaders. This facility will tremendously help our student athletes.
The Donatos at Madison and Edgewood, and thanks to their great staff for having us out. And whether you're following swimming, tennis, or any of the 21 intercollegiate varsity sports here at UIndy, of course, you can do it right here at athletics.uindy.edu. Thanks again for joining us on the UIndy Experience.